Hello? Hello? Good morning, good morning. Welcome in, anyone watching? We're having a great Sunday. I hope the entirety of your Sunday is great as well. I'm sore as hell from the gym the other day, but it's a good sore, you know. Good, great, wonderful sore. Alright, today we're going to be playing a game called The Root Trees Are Dead. And I guess we're like a detective? We gotta figure out something. I would imagine why they're dead. What happened? The plane crashed last night near Pittsburgh. The only passengers were Carl Roottree, his wife Brenda, and their 3 daughters known as the Roottree sisters. Carl Roottree was the president of the Roottree Candy Company, and it's not clear who will succeed him. So far, local police are not sure what caused the crash. They're calling it one of the most deadly plane crashes in Pennsylvania's history. Well, wasn't there a plane? Never mind. All passengers and crew perished. Oh, Jesus. Already I'm getting scared. I'm reading. I'm not expecting a fart, and I'm reading. Good morning, Senor Holt. How are you? We're putting on our detective hats and corncob pipes today. Apparently we're solving a murder. Or potential murder, maybe? I don't know. But it's like set in the late 90s, 1998. Oh, I was alive this time. Hell yeah. Oh no. Give frog. You got one of those. One of what? A fart? A newspaper? I had tons of newspapers over here. Or a husky with red and purple eyes that turn into the devil and want to kill you. Something like that. Or did you mean a corncob pipe? It's not like blitzing around for you, is it? Stream seems alright for you guys? Hopefully. The root trees are dead. The mystery begins here. Oh boy. Let's see what the hell is gonna happen. Apparently this is very like 90s coded and like you're typing in like Google but in the 98s. Looks fine here. Hell yeah. Appreciate it.
The plane that crashed last night just outside of Pittsburgh is now known to have been the private jet of the Roottree Corporation.
Oh.
Local aviation authorities have speculated, based on the pilot's final communication, that the winter storm and heavy winds played a significant role in the crash. On board were multiple family members, including corporate president Carl Roottree and his daughters, the Roottree sisters, best known for their fashion lines and modeling careers.
What?
There were no survivors.
There will be
Again,
no
for those of you
survivors.
just joining us, the Roottrees are dead.
Oh my god. Oh, thank you so much, Rainbow Huntress. We appreciate it a lot.
I know
now you
it's
get
late,
chalupa
but
time.
I'm guessing
Yes.
you've seen the news.
Hell yeah.
In addition to dealing with the grief, the
Chalupa
Roottree Company's
time.
lawyers are scrambling.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Everything's about to
Alright,
change.
let's see.
Anyone proven to be a blood relative is about to get much richer.
Blood relative.
I'm here to ensure everyone is accounted for.
I am here. Is there Lady All Might?
I've heard you're an expert at sorting out complicated family trees. A genealogy genie, as it were.
Genealogy. Alright. That's enough.
I'm going to give you a quick test.
Are you enjoying the
Pass, and
emotes,
I can promise you the job of a
Senora
lifetime.
Huntress? I tried to make him a little nicer. I took out the black background and stuff and made some actual animated ones. So, oh, they're that good, huh? Okay, awesome. Appreciate it. What a great way to start off the stream. Let me get some dialogue going so I can. That's not just dead air. Finish your dump for my subscription. Okay, I'll do that. I got you. Or so do I have to do 2? Because you did the... Oh, you son of... Alright, I'll do 2. Just because you subscribed, and I appreciate that a lot. Oh god, I have a hole in my lip apparently. Fuck, it went everywhere. Ah. Good morning, Mandrake. Hello, how are you? Also, who are you? Luke! What? What's happening? I'm being waterboarded over here. Okay, one drink down. Oh god, I'm dying. Good mornings. Is it actually good mornings, or is it good late night for you? I would imagine it's that one. That you haven't gone to sleep yet. She kept you up till 3 a.m. What were you guys doing? Was that a problem with Star Citizen or what? Late night gremlin. Ah, you're right. You're right. I can't fault you for that. Nap the Holte. He's been holding up. Somebody save him. Oh no. Oh, God. Fighting through this water over here. Huh. Alright, that one's done. I'm gonna have to pee in like 10 minutes, but it's fine. Alright, what am I doing? Siblings are in birth order. Okay. Got milk picture. What? You were talking about the Star Citizens. Ah, I see. The person who hired you gave you this photo, with a note attached. This was taken during the shoot for the Ridgely Sisters' Got Milk ad. I've tracked down a test photo from before they painted the fake mustaches on, which I thought would be more appropriate considering the circumstances. The ad's copy reads, "You might recognize our faces from the magazine you're reading, or you might recognize our name from the candy bar you're eating. Being a root tree is a full-time job, but so is growing up. That's why the calcium found in milk is so important. Plus, you can't make chocolate without it. It's Big Milk, Big Milk. They're trying to take over. It's propaganda from Big Milk. Don't let them get in your head, goddammit. Don't let them fill you with their lies. The calcium found in milk. Then why did we stop drinking it? Huh? Why do animals only drink it when they're babies and they don't drink it anymore? Tell me that. Riddle me that. Big Milk Company. Big Dairy. Exactly. It's all just a ploy. Alright, I can't get too carried away yet. We haven't even started the game. List of names. Oh, this is a lot of names. Oh no. Kellogg. 3rd and 4th.
Cheese.
Oh, not the cheese. Miracle. Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. the 3rd. Wait, not Junior the 3rd. Dude, that'd be crazy. Junior the 3rd? It's in the cheese too. No. Men. Women. The list is ready by the mysterious person who showed up at your door and needed to fill in the family tree. Okay. So that's...
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
In fact, yes, I did. Son of a bitch. Fart always gets me, goddammit. Okay, all the items. Alright, let's see. Computer, welcome to TXT. Thanks for purchasing a new Cashew PC. Your PC is equipped with a 56K modem, which is fast enough to access any website on the World Wide Web, even those with high-resolution images. If you find anything interesting, be sure to print it out with your included high-end color laser printer or burn a music CD, compact disc, to listen to later. If you want to revisit a search result, be sure to use Netscape Explorer's new history feature. Happy surfing, and remember, Cashew PCs are delicious. I don't know why that's my voice for the for the computer, but that's what we're going with now. I'm stuck with it. It's like slightly southern. Okay, not slightly, it's very southern. Oh no. Spider search. Create notes quickly by highlighting text with your mouse. Root tree. I did. Oh god, I have to type all these out. Oh, you're gonna see how terrible my typing skills are. No. Most articles mention Carl Rootry, who is the president of the Rootry Candy Company. His daughters are also eulogized, collectively referred to as the Rootry sisters. They've been famous from a very early age. Okay. Let's go... Carl Rootry. Died, okay. I'm aware that he died.
2,000 years later.
Alright, buckaroo. According to news sites, the Rootry Candy Company plans to put out a press release sometime within the hour to address the absence of Carl, the crash, and questions they've been receiving. Once you finish placing the Rootry sisters on the family tree, it would be wise to repeat this search. Okay. Let's do Rootry sisters' birthdays. The Rootry sisters?
One eternity later.
What? It's part of the game. It's the whole game. We're gonna search for clues. We're gonna be internet sleuths, alright? I'm just hindered by the fact that I have carrots for fingers or something. I don't know.
Turn to page 394.
But it doesn't go that far. Fuck. Alright, let's see. Lots of obituaries that focus on the Rootry sisters' modeling careers. You also come across an unofficial Rootry fan site, seemingly curated by a teenager. It's neon pink with purple text and hard to read until you highlight the words. The young webmaster writes, Rahayana? Rahanya? How do you fucking say that? Hanya. Rahina? I'm having a stroke over here. Somebody help. Oh, Reina. I'm gonna go with that. Is the most famous because she's the oldest and got married to TMS. Who the fuck is TMS? Is that similar to TMZ? But Riley, alright. These are rich people. They just put an H in the middle of the fucking name. Ro. Our hoes over here. Arhailey. Arhaina. Arhailey is the smart one. That's her name now. Arhailey and Arhose and Arhaina. That's how I'm pronouncing it. But Arhailey is the smart one. Arhose is a middle child. Like me. You might think they are rich just because they're models, but their dad is also the president of the candy company. And their mom Brenda is a fashion designer. They do the modeling for her brand Root. Alright, can I highlight stuff? Okay. She got married to TMS. I think that's important. Riley's smart, and Rose is good. Sure, we'll highlight all that. Gooootz. Hoots and Golt. I eat root tree candy all the time. My favorites are maple crisps and try to dress in plaid root. Alright, doing everything all at once. Clothes like are highly as in most of the posters.
Cheese.
Oh my days. Everything's happening all at once. I'm dying. Oh my god. I'm having a strong...
The missile knows where it is at all
days.
times. It knows this because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is.
You get
Oh my god.
I am pooped.
If I've ever been overstimulated, I'm sure now was one of those times. Oh, everything's happening. Everything everywhere all at once. It's a good movie, made me cry. Hold on, now I have to eat a banana. I don't know why I have to, but might as well. Alright. Hello, Rain, welcome in. I see you're on demon time right now. I know you might not have seen me come in. Oh, thank you for making your presence known. I never would have known otherwise. The gang's all here. Rainbow, Mandrake, Double Rainbow, and Satan himself. Apparently Satan Jr. now. Rain, you're getting that title. Satan's here somewhere. Getting ready to... Satan! Don't summon him! Stop! What are you doing? He'll show up. Don't make him. Alright. We gotta do some more sleuthing around. I know where to go. No, no, don't do it. Don't do it. He's here. He's here. Fuck. Root stuff. Okay. Let's go top. Let's see. Our hyena root tree. Alright, so it's the same thing. Okay. What is TMS? Tommy Mark Sheridan. What the fuck? No, hydrate. Fuck. Don't yum me. Don't. No. No. Yeah. Ew. I hate that I know how to do that. I'm so glad I don't have a face cam because you would have seen me go, yeah, and it looked exactly like that because my eyelashes are long and luscious and voluptuous. They create a tornado whenever I blink. It's a scourge on my life. Don't mind me, I'm just eating a banana over here. I need to soak up all the liquids I'm taking in right now. 30 lashes. Jelly, give me the lashes, Slay Queen. Gooootz banana eater. That's what they called me in high school. Banana eater specifically. East for the shape, not the taste. I mean, dude, you gotta practice somehow, right? How else am I gonna win the hot dog eating competition if I don't practice? Practice on bananas, of course, naturally. It's not Gooootz anymore. It's Banana Eater. Oh no. First it was Taco Man, now it's a Banana Eater. I've seen him eat 2 whole bananas at once, no bite. That's not true. That's not true. He's lying. He's lying. Lies and slander. Or is it libel? Isn't it libel when you lie through writing? I don't know. I'm just a little guy. Alright. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Yeah, every time you say banana eater, you have to go, banana eater. Taco man that occasionally joins the delight in eating bananas. Yes, of course. Sometimes I dabble in the bananas, but more so, my heart lies with the chalupas. Alright, I think this is a big name. Tommy Mark Sheridan. He skyrocketed popular starting role on sitcom Brother Trouble. Oh. Weird. Banana eater. Goose everyday finished mail bottle. You can go shove that mail bottle where the sun doesn't shine. I am not eating a mail bottle ever again. Yes, I said ever again because I've done it. And I almost threw up. Goose went banana. Yes, exactly. I haven't finished it yet, so. Don't worry about that. Don't worry. Don't worry about my escapades with mayonnaise, alright? It was a what are the odds, alright? Not my fault. I'm a man of my word. I had to drink a whole bottle of hot sauce that way too. That was terrible. Tell the story was great. Oh my god. Is that when we were working on the fucking Mystics? So if you didn't know, Holt and I were in the Navy together. And we were on the same ship. And then when you are kind of new to the ship, you have to work in the, it's called the galley, like the kitchen. You can either dishwash or, mostly dishwash, or you can like serve food and shit. But I think it was like a slow day or something. I don't know. We were just waiting around after we done cleaning or something. And they were playing this game called What Are the Odds? And say, what are the odds you what are the odds you drink that entire bottle of mayo? And you say 1 in 10 or 1 in 5. And then you count down from 3. You go 3, 2, 1, and then you both say a number. And if you say the same number, you have to do that thing. And that's what happened. I think it said like 1 in 5 or something. Or 1 in 10. And then we both said the same number. And then I proceeded to go into where we washed the dishes and drink. I was like bent over the sink drinking this whole fucking bottle of mayonnaise. Oh my god. Oh, that was horrible. I got it down though. I didn't throw up. Surprisingly. But now I never want to eat mayo ever again. So that's a traumatic part of my life. Thanks for making me remember that, Senor Holt. Alright, what am I looking for? Let's see. Do Brenda. No thanks. Yeah. I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. You stumble across an auction for a black and blue dress that's a Brenda white original. The auction describes it as a vintage dress before Brenda became Brenda Rootry. Started designing clothes for Root. The white and gold dress itself doesn't seem relevant to your search. Are you sure about that? How could you be so sure? Hmm? It says black and blue. Oh, it's the black and blue and white and gold thing. Oh, damn it. Let's see. Arhose. I said type, goddammit. Dude, this is horrible. This is horrible. I hate typing in front of other people. Not as popular, it's still very well known as the Tender. Lumped together as the Rootry sister. Okay. Let's see. Okay, oldest, so it's Arhena. Arhiley. Oh. And Arhose. Why is Arhose not here? Where is she? We also ran on the ship in the middle of the night playing Pokemon. That is funny. Be a lurky murky. No. Rain could be a lurky murky however she wants. Have fun. This is the game playing the music. Because we're supposed to be like a detective and like sleuthing around. You could develop a taste for freeform jazz. How is Arhose not here? What the hell? Is that not her name? Oh wait. It's loud? Okay. It feels loud. Okay. How was that? That seemed better. That feels a lot better. I felt like I was yelling. Fuck. The hell happened to our hose? Significantly better? Hell yeah. What the hell? Okay. Your tree. Arhena, Arhiley. What the hell's Arhose? What the hell? It just doesn't exist? Or does she have a different name? Huh. Interesting. Let's see. Because she's not on the token. You patient baby. What? Well, they're all models, it seems like. You gonna play some rivals? Alright. Have fun. Don't get beat up too hard. Model. I think they're all models, right? Let's see, share. There we go. Thomas Sheridan. If someone isn't in the list of names that your employer provided, doing a deeper dive on what you learn about them will often lead to additional discoveries. Your research tip is to make note of any brand names, books, product lines, or magazines that you don't recognize and search for them. Oh, she's a sister. How do people not know she's a sister? When we doing a repo? I mean, we could do it in a couple hours if you're down. And default is down. I guess that would be 3 your time. No way, for real, don't you? No, yeah, for real. Yeah, I guess it'd be 3 for you and Holt, I think. Right? You guys are East Coast. Yeet. Hell yeah. I am, how you say, West Coast. It is 9:38 a.m. for me. What time is you? That's not a sentence. I am I am the concept of time. They call me the time god. Nobody's ever called me that. Don't finish my banana. West Coast, best coast. Alright. Banana has been crushed. Up to sweat my non-existent oh. Never mind. Lurking. Alright. Have fun lurking. Like a shark. Just lurking around. Thanks for stopping in, Ring. Appreciate you. Alright, let's see. What the hell? Root. The period is part of the name. Okay. Then it closed for children from toddlers to teenagers, although their website is down. Likely due to increased web traffic, you find countless retail sites attempting to advertise their clothes towards the target audience. One of them has this to say: "You spied the Rootry sisters looking hella fly." Hella fly. Oh god, it is the 90s. On catalogs, magazines, and posters. Now you too can be like Rahiley, or Hose, or Hana. You also come across a website from a collector of clothing catalogs. Apparently, Root period has released 2 catalogs per year every year since 1984, and Arheina appeared in almost all of them. God damn, she's... Well, I guess she's not that old, because it's 98, so she's 14? What the hell? Okay, never mind. There is only one that the webmaster considers a collector's item enough to mention. And she's not 14, she's fucking married. I think she said she's 19. So she would have been... I don't know, I can't do math in my head. It seems that Brenda Roottree, the Roottree sisters' mother and Root's head designer, appeared on the one cover holding her daughter, Arhose, in 1985. The site says this was the only time her daughter was ever listed with her birth name, Carly Roottree. Aha! Aha! I found it. I found it. Carly Ray Jepson, get in there. Okay, so now let's see. To root catalog. Not catalog. The logs? Fuck. What the hell? No, I don't want to hint, Mr. Duck. Leave me alone. Okay, that's music. Alright. Yo! Hey Pep Rex, what's up, man? Welcome in. We're being detectives right now, apparently. There's a family called the Roottrees. They got murdered, and we're left with finding out who's going to be the next heir, I guess. I don't know. But welcome in, man. Thanks for stopping by. How are you doing? I missed something. What'd you miss? Senor Holto? Did you miss Miracle the Third retreat? No? Okay. Okay, they're all models. I gotta find photos of them now. Let's see. Root magazine? Been looking at this for a while? Yeah, I just started. Like, maybe 20 minutes ago. Barely done anything. It's like very... feels like you're in the late 90s. Because it, like, the computer started up and it was like the dial-up sound. Like, connected to the internet and stuff. So, yeah, and pretty much everything is based around just searching through the internet. Spider search. So, yeah. Interesting. Good, thanks, homie. Just chilling. Game of Thrones downloaded. Nice. I still haven't watched that. I've seen like 2 seasons and I don't know. I always followed it somehow. And Holt, if you're down after the stream at about 3 your time, I think. Would you be down to do some repo? I hated the ending of Game of Thrones. Oh god. Honestly, I get it. Took me until season 4 to really fall in love with it. Ah, I see. I'm sure I would like it. Who? Moi? Yes, Signor Holto. But now the first 2 seasons are amazing. That makes sense. Because I feel like the first few seasons are kind of like building the universe and the setting and everything. And then the action starts happening. And then you can appreciate the earlier stuff. So, I get it. I just gotta buckle down eventually and just just watch them. I just haven't done it yet. Alright, I gotta look up clothing catalogs. That's not anything. Alright, their website is down. So that sucks. Let's do Carly Retreat. You discover a trivia page that lists common trick questions. The answer to what are the first names of the famous Rutri girls? Lists the answer Rahina, Carly, and Rahiley. Explanation below the answer states that Rose was originally born Carly Rose Rutri. Apparently her parents had planned to name a son Carl Rutri Jr. After finding out they were having a second daughter, they called her Carly. Ah, I see. So much more they could have done with the ending. Definitely, yeah. That's what I've heard from like everybody. They just phoned it in. Like, that just sucks. For like such a beloved franchise, for them to just phone it in. It's like, all right, they made out like bandits with all the money, and then just gave you a shit product. It sucks. Same with One Piece. Keep me to buckle down and watch it. One Piece is largely popular because it's a show from people's childhood, it just never ends. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true. It's just like people just grew up with it, so like at that point you're already invested, so might as well just keep watching it, right? I'm not saying it's bad, but I think it's mainly nostalgia. People refuse to admit it. Yeah, I guess that's fair. Alright, let's see. Fish website unstable. Lame. It's a shame because there are parts of the last season that are amazing, but the way it ends just feels like some ready to throw out a wacky idea and we're just one with it. Yeah. Everybody else was like sick or something, and like the one intern was left writing the whole ending. Like, oh, here you go. Here it is. Oh, cool. Thanks. I don't know. Apparently the I guess the spin-off, what was it, House of Dragon or something like that? Or no, there's another Game of Thrones universe show that's going on, I forget. Apparently that one's doing pretty well. I forget what it is. Oh shoot, we overdid the budget. So the last half of the season, we can't have any decent plot CGI or closure. It's like that drawing of the horse, House of the Dragon. I think so. That's what I've heard. It's like either that one, I think it's House of the Dragon. Or is there another Game of Thrones show? Oh, the A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That's what it is. Yeah. Apparently that one, people are saying is pretty good. So, but I'm not gonna watch that one if I don't watch Game of Thrones first, because I feel like I've been missing out on a lot of stuff. So, I'm kind of stuck here. Alright, let's see. Alright, the Rutri. I think this is good. Elias Rutri. Okay. Founded the candy company. It's something just before Game of Thrones, like their great granddad sent. Ah, I see. It's like the first few seasons of Game of Thrones, and I'll be happy. Otherwise, scroll. That's funny. For reasons that are explained on the page, it has no CEO and no stockholders. Instead, it's run by a president. They put in votes from an extended family, and it's mentioned that every president has been a direct descendant of Elias and Gwyneth, including Carl Retrieve, despite his death, is listed as the current president. Ah. The product that put them on the map were 5 pieces. Maple candies with 5 different flavors that are dipped in a crispy, crackly candy coating. Since then, they've reached out to countless other products, all of which incorporate maple in some way. Their sister company to Root specializes in children's clothing. Primarily, the primary models for Root are the Rutri sisters. Okay. I just feel the same way about Harry Potter, which people often find my opinion wrong. I don't know. I think it is the same kind of thing where it's like, it's just one of those things where it's a long-running series and people just become attached to the name and the memories that they get watching the first few movies, and it's like, oh, it's the same people that I grew up watching. Oh, I love this movie, even though I don't think it's necessarily a good movie. It's like people just like the universe, I guess, and like that world, I think, is mostly what it is, and they just get attached to it. Whereas it's not like a cinematic masterpiece or anything, but people just like that, the characters and that kind of stuff. I honestly can't watch Harry Potter these days, or it feels so stilted. Yeah, honestly. Like, I think it's the same thing for me. Like, I just grew up watching it, reading the books and stuff, and then you just get attached to the characters, but it's like, yeah, pretty much. Once they started doing the fucking once that dude turned into a shark, I was like, all right, what are we doing here? Say this as a man with rose-tinted glasses for Naruto. Oh no. Okay, we don't talk about Naruto. We don't do that here. Let's see what 5 pieces. Okay. That man has suffered enough. He lost his mom and his dad at the same exact time, and the entire village hated him. And then he lived in an apartment by himself and ate ramen every day. And he had a demon fox living inside of him. I don't know how much more you can suffer. Every time I think of Naruto, I just picture him His baby Naruto just sitting in the swing by himself. And I tear up a little bit. Now Boruto wrote back and find themselves out of this world. Oh no. Didn't Kurama like die in Boruto or something? I don't know. I never watched it. Although they are no longer the company's only popular product, they still won't sell well to this day. Boruto can crawl into a hole and stay there. So you make I thought there was something saying that like Neji. No, Neji. Fuck. That like either like Naruto doesn't have Kurama inside of him anymore, or something like that. I don't know. I think they got like separated or something. Not Neji. Fuck. Boruto should be so. Slaughter for the way he treats Naruto next. No. Oh, they killed him. I see. It's more complex. Break my heart every time. Don't even get me started on Jiraiya. Oh. No. He went up against 5 pains by himself. No. They Doom Fisted the loving box. No. Not the Doom Fist. Sacrifices himself to give Naruto enough power in a final sage type mode thing. Ah, I see. Weird flex, but okay. I think no comment on that. Too late. You've been quoted. Screenshot has already been taken. It's already in the VOD forever, for all of existence. Too late. Super special mode that he tricks Naruto into saying he'll kill them both. I see. That's lie, little fox. He just kills the Gooob. Oh no. What the hell? Who's gonna watch Bleach? It's on my list, and there's so many on my list. I think I started watching Tokyo Ghoul. Is that where the guy like eats? He has to eat. You have to eat human flesh to like be satisfied or something. Tokyo Ghoul's probably one of that the one where the guy has a mask? And he has like the white hair? Or am I thinking something else entirely? I think I watched a little bit of it. Oh, okay, no, it is that. Okay. I see. Oh, and he has a fucking eye patch thing for a while. Okay. I remember now. I've seen a few episodes. I haven't seen all of it, though. Which is real good. I think I got a few episodes left from the 1,000 Year Blood War to watch because there's like a break halfway through. Ah, I see. Never got past the first season. It's really good. I think that's true about like most things. Like the more you watch it, the better it gets. Sparks from Bleach is made of one bad arc. Uh oh. There's bad arcs? I don't know. How could you? If I just type in yearbook. Let's see. Let's do Lice. Full bringer. Like some of it old lord to drag. Oh no. Like a building block. Interesting. Alright, let's see. Elias Lucci was a founder and first president of the Root Tree Candy Company. You find it was essentially a propaganda site about him created by the Root Tree Candy Company. At the top, there's a picture of him and his wife, Gwyneth. That picture has been added to your evidence. There's also a biography section that has some additional information. Elias is credited for inventing 5 pieces of popular maple candy. Before that, the farm he inherited by Mary's wife only produced syrup. Shinji is a good. It's fine. By the time I watch it, I won't remember anything that's ever been said about it. So that's fine. The voice actor for Winton? What? Is also Itachi's English voice actor? No way. Winton. What? I guess they do have pretty deep voices. Nothing like Madara, though. Madara Uchiha. I forgot. Is Itachi's voice that deep? It's not that deep, right? I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen it. Winton. Alright. After 5 pieces became wildly successful, Elias spent his time and energy on cementing his reputation as a family man. He is quoted on the site as saying, "Blood is thicker than syrup, and that any child linked by blood to me shall be linked by blood to my legacy." The site enthusiastically claims that he made good on that promise, but offers no additional detail. few more quotes about Elias from a book called Family Man, The Root Tree Legacy by Bess Williams. I say they're biased is a massive understatement. Below that, there's a long list of accomplishments and awards, and one stands out. His great-grandson, Carl. Elias was voted Watchman of the Year. So what is it? What happened? Oh! Also the voice actor for Alucard. Oh! Ah, that makes sense. Huh. Interesting. There's so many voice actors that like you just don't know that they've done so many different characters. But it is kind of cool just seeing like how many like big characters have been done by like the same person. Not that I remember any of them. I'm just saying it's cool. Famous picture. Blah blah blah. Another Root Tree company before it was a success. What you found searching the internet, it seems quite difficult to find any site about Elias or Gwyneth that's accompanied by this picture. Elias and Gwyneth are on the notable root trees list in your evidence. They will be marked on the chart with a star. Huh. Okay. Let's see, Watchman of the Year. Ooh! New periodical added. Business Watch. Alright, those hydrates really caught up to me already. I'll be right back. In the meantime, enjoy some early 2000s music. I just love the funny monkey and Itachi are the same. Was actually two very opposite ends of the love character spectrum. No, exactly. We're done. Exactly. Alright, let's see what the fuck this is. Watchman of the Year. Business Watch magazine is a magazine focused on companies, CEOs, economy they've been from 100 years in one form or another. Often write about major changes in management at famous companies. Every year they offer an award to a prominent businessman who has furthered their field, and they call it Watchman of the Year. You find through a few searches that two entries have been featured as Watchmen of the Year, Elias and Carl only. I see. Anyways, I'm gonna lurk and get my dinner started. Hell yeah. Appreciate you coming out. Thanks for stopping by. And go get that dinner started. Hell yeah. Business Watch does not host any online archives on any site you can find via spider search. You'll be able to find individual articles and issues through your periodical search. What? Periodical. No? What the hell is this? The Notorious Montjoys. Who the hell are the Montjoys? Okay. Let's see. Anderson Maple Farm. First Anderson Maple Farm. Including a famous picture of Elias and Gwyneth. Okay. Before marrying Elias, Gwyneth, her tree was Gwyneth Anderson. Okay. She had no brothers, so was the oldest sister. She was to inherit the Anderson Maple Farm so long as she married. Before Elias took over, the farm produced only syrup. It was supposedly Elias's idea to create candy instead. Their success was not immediate until they decided to combine maple with other flavors instead of 5 pieces, which are still found in stores to this day. The Root Tree Candy Company expanded well beyond their original farm has been preserved as a tourist attraction. According to their website, there are still daily demonstrations and educational tours that show off many of the turn-of-the-century appliances that Gwyneth would have used as a housewife in the early 1900s. Okay. Gwyneth Anderson. Okay, it's the same thing. Oh! Damn it. Every time. Oh, I see. Okay. And then I can put I don't know who's the middle one though. What the fuck? Alright, let's see. Oh, no. Okay, so she has her ears pierced, so that's the, I think it was Carly? And then I would imagine since she's taller, she's older. Wait, is one of the... Wait, no. She has a ring. She's married. That's her. Okay, that's our Hannah. That's our Hailey. And this is our hose. Got it. Got it. Deductive reasoning.
Are you sure about that?
I've never been more sure about anything in my entire life. You don't even know. Boo! Well done. I am sure about that. Ah! Wow. These 3 entries are correct and have been locked. I am so sure. You just missed the APEP. Yeah, he's lurking now. He's getting his dinner started. You've also locked the following optional entry. Sheridan Thomas. Booyah! Oh god, this is so 90s.
Sorry to test
Just
you,
send him a
but I
DM
had
too.
to be sure you could use the internet. Some folks refuse to get with the times. Safe to say, you're hired.
I'm hired. Yes. Fuck yeah.
The reward for untangling the family tree is substantial.
Substantial.
Life-changing, even.
Oh.
But here's the catch.
Oh.
The root trees go way, way back.
Way, way back?
The family tree's a bit daunting.
Oh.
Most people freak out the first time they see the whole thing.
Oh.
But I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm
The man who started
sure I
it
won't.
was particular about whom he considered family. For your purposes, you only need his direct blood relatives.
Alright.
Anyone related only by marriage is optional. But filling them in can lead to useful discoveries.
So I'm gonna have to fill them in regardless.
Lastly, you now have access to some unique websites.
Oh.
Plus a list of notable root trees.
Oh.
Notable people are easy
Oh.
to find via your search engine, and marked with stars on the family tree.
My search engine. Back to more games. Okay, have fun.
I'm off for now. Carl Roottree had a lot in his office. I'll look for anything useful. I'll return once you identify 6 more blood relatives.
6 more? Oh my god. What?
Sorry, one last thing.
I didn't find 6
This
more.
might sound odd, but
Uh-oh.
if anyone else claiming to represent the Roottrees reaches out,
Uh-huh.
I'd appreciate you not mentioning I was here.
That sounds
Thank
kind
you,
of sus.
and good luck.
Oh my days, there's so many of them. Holy fuck. Oh my days. Sleuth! So that's Elias and Gwyneth. It literally says Elias right there. Not Elios. Was he president? First president, and she was nothing? What was she? She was a housewife. Oh! Need 3 more correct blood relatives before they will lock in. Now, once you verify this person, okay. Let's see, what more evidence did I get? Okay. The story so far. The Ritchie sisters and their parents died in a plane crash on December 6, 1988. The next evening, a shadowy figure appeared at your door and said the lawyers were looking to sort out the family tree. After a quick test, the figure gave you access to some resources. This included a list of notable Ritchies who said they would be the easiest family members to place. They said they would return in time. In the time it took to fill out 6 more blood relatives. Interesting. Easy to find online. Okay. Carl Ritchie. Red Ritchie. Jim Lauren Miracle Jr. Oh my. Wait, what is this? You've been in this line of work a long time. So long, in fact, you've developed a sixth sense for how useful your evidence can be. The numbers in the magnifying glass refer to how many clues are connected to a specific piece of evidence. The higher the number, the more there is to find. Okay. At the start of your search, the notables list sets off alarm bells. A list of famous people that you can find via search engine. Pretty rare to get something that useful. Best take advantage of it. As you progress, these numbers will change. Whenever you find more evidence or lock in family members, new discoveries will be added to the list and old evidence will become less useful. Trust your intuition. If a piece of evidence seems too good to be true, take a closer look at the people or phrases it mentions. Often the most satisfying revelations come from retracing a path you thought was fully explored, armed with a new perspective. Sometimes the reason certain evidence has such high value is because it can lead to finding more evidence. You may be missing a huge piece of the puzzle. Okay.
One eternity later.
Hi, Ash. Welcome in. How are you? How have you been? I'm doing great. We're playing a detective game, I guess. I guess we're trying to figure out who the next heir of this family would be, because the entire family died in a plane crash. Pretty much. So, oh, you devil woman. Oh, man. Finish drink. Man. Alright, I'm doing it. Don't worry. Drink, banana eater. Alright, relax. This is embarrassing. Ha! You must be so embarrassed. Alright. Water hath been drunk. But yeah. Basically, it's like set in like the 90s. Oh, did you get any notes? Yes, I did. They're great. I love them. Little chalupa guy. They look awesome. Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Apparently that's me now. I'm just a little blue goo guy who likes tacos. Hooray! Exactly. Alright, let's see. There's more evidence here. What the hell? Okay, there's a bunch added to this. It's an advertisement for 5 pieces aimed at kids from the magazine Teen Blast. What the heck? Reminds you of like Kids Bop. It mentions that the 5 pieces were named as such because the original creator had 5 children. The ad also mentions that the current 5 flavors are not the same as back then. Bad blue raspberry, awesome apple, power plum, so strawberry, cool chocolate. Maybe that's why kids still love. What the hell? Radical new flavors because it's no longer the 1920s. What even is an elderberry anyway? Alright. Weird flex, but okay. Alright. So let's do... Right. Oh? You find some information on a website about old films that are not yet available on VHS. The site is not very well organized and the search is broken. You can get the individual pages from your search engine. Gwen Ritchie is a somewhat well-known actress who was active in the 1950s. She often appeared in tabloids, especially around the time of her highly publicized divorce. Oh. Her biggest role was the minor hit movie, Guys Like Us. She left Hollywood after the flop of Christmas Mission. There's a widely circulated picture of Gwen from behind the scenes on one of her movies, which you've added to evidence. Did you know, trivia, Gwen was the granddaughter of Elias Roottree, the founder of Roottree Candy. She shouldn't have been named Roottree, but her father took her mother's famous name. which was quite rare in those days. I see. So, Gwen's a granddaughter of Elias. Okay. Got it. That's her? What the hell? Was that Gwyneth Paltrow? What the fuck? This photo's a widely circulated photo of Gwen Rutry. You've seen it on multiple websites and old films. Gwyneth Rutry is on the notable Rutry's list, and your evidence should be marked on the chart with a star. Okay. Top secret. Emma's envelope after the whole family tree has been filled in. What? It's two names that must be typed in manually. The clues obscure have been intentionally hidden in the past and may even require some leaps in logic. Try to keep an eye out for any inconsistencies. Okay. Okay, so these are... This would be direct parents. Or... Yeah. Grandchildren would be here. Parents is here. These are the... Okay. I see. I see, I see, I see. Oh. But it would be here, wouldn't it? Because this would be grandchildren, and then she had a famous divorce. So tentatively, I'm going to put her here. Let's go Gwen. And her mother's name is a Gwen, but her dad is not. Okay. I see, said the blind man. Alright, let's look at red root tree. Weird. Aloysius Herring Root Tree, aka Red. Yeah, let's go with Red instead of Aloysius. Was an appointed judge and politician who earned his nickname ironically because he was the ambassador to Ireland for only about 6 days. How do you get the name Red from that? What? What does that even mean? He served what some people contend is the shortest term in history. A few days after he was appointed, and he was heard disparaging his position and the Irish people. He then tried to run for state senate. He claimed to be related to the Root Tree Candy Company in a newspaper ad, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. Hello, Senor Thighs. Welcome in. How are you? We're being internet detectives, I guess, in like the late 90s. Because apparently this family died in a plane crash. These 3 girls and their parents died. And now we're trying to figure out who the heir to their candy company would be, I guess. Good, you? I'm great. Just relaxing. Sore from the gym, but like a good sore. So, just chilling, man. What are you up to today, guys? Just chilling, hanging out, or what? What's up? Alright, let's see. Tried to run for state senate, claimed to be related to the Root Tree Candy Company, a newspaper. Yeah, but it came out that the last name was merely a coincidence, and he was defeated in a landslide. So he's not even in the fucking family. What the hell? Let's do Jim Root Tree. James Root Tree is a singer who sings in the duo Jim and Diamond with his wife Diamond LaRue. The duo, according to many sources you find, is considered a one-hit wonder due to the disco song Rollin' On Down to the City. It's now in your evidence folder. Okay. Although Jim writes the majority of his songs, plays the guitar, and often sings, Diamond is considered by fans to be the band's lead singer. The band never had another hit, but has its fans. who refer to themselves as Diamond Dazzlers. The rest of their music is more folksy and acoustic than the one song they were known for. Jim and Diamond have continued to release music through the 80s and early 90s. Other albums you find mentioned are Cherry Tree and Sound of Laughter. Jim has become a bit of a recluse, and he hasn't made a public appearance in 1996. Okay, so let's search Diamond. Lalu. Same thing, alright. I'm guessing... Okay. So that's Diamond, that's Jim. Okay. Rolling on down to the city. As seen in only the great-grandson of Elias Roottree could make disco this sweet. Okay. Down to the City was barely a top 20 hit for a few weeks in 1979. According to the liner notes, it satirizes how part of the society was content and to remain indifferent to economic inflation and civil unrest in the Middle East, unless pop culture tricked them into caring. Somewhat ironically, listeners didn't seem to pay attention to the lyrics enough to trick them into caring. Instead, most of the play came from roller discos. Oh, I see. All I can picture is Goose typing with one finger. No! I have at least 3 per hand. Maybe 2. Because it was such a product of its time, it doesn't get much play anymore, even on stations that play oldies. Maybe that's why you'd never hear of it before now. This image is from an auction for a sealed copy. It has a sticker that says, "Only the great-grandson of Elias Roottree could make disco this sweet." It is credited to Peter Genowick from Peter Genowick. Let's look at that one. It gets me every time. Animation, Modern Music Monthly. Boom. I used 4 fingers for that one. Bitch. Suck it. You see how fast that was? That wasn't fast at all. It is an abbreviation from Modern Music Monthly, a magazine from the 40s to the early 80s. It went out of business due to high competition from much more major publications. Oh, I have to search these? Public library. Oh, I see. Oh, fuck. Such a loop of time. But now it is. Well, let me... This guy is... Never mind. Let's do Lauren Roottree. Author Lauren Roottree, a distant relative of the Roottree sisters, is known for the book A Life Between Wars. Okay. According to a website about famous authors, in the early 1960s, Lauren released a few romance novels under her married name, Lauren Rafferty, to little fanfare. When her publisher learned she had been keeping diaries about her famous family, they insisted she release them under her original name, Lauren Roottree, to take advantage of her family's notoriety. The selection of diaries entries released in 1965 as a life between wars spans from the untimely death of her husband in World War II to coping with the post-war world as a young widow and mother, as well as her perspectives on changing times and societies, all the way through the entry into Vietnam. While the content is not considered particularly relevant to modern audiences, it has found a new life as an exercise in high school English classes to show an evolution in writing style and for a look into the life in previous generations. After the success of her diaries, her publisher re-released her romance novels under the name Lauren Roottree. Oh, Lauren Rafferty. Okay. She followed the release up by... this included Romance in Court, which gained popularity. She followed the release up by writing 2 new sequels, creating what fans referred to as the Court Jester series. You find no recent details about Lauren, though she is listed as retired. So let's look up Life Between Wars. Do I have to have a... Oh my days. Aha. Hit the whole book? Jesus. Seems you hit the jackpot here. This book occasionally taught in schools. You even find a hardcover edition for students that has a full page, high quality pictures in it. Summary of the contents of the book, photos, as well as some particularly relevant entries from the diary and editor evidence. So let's do... What was it? Romance Court or something? Romance in Court. Brother Clancy. Clancy retreat? Let's look at that. Bitch. Okay, I got a lot more evidence now. Okay. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. The 5 pieces. Ah! Picture was famous in our house. Pop even had it framed. That's him on the left. So her dad is on the left. Okay. So I gotta find out who her dad, Lauren Roottree. Alright. It was taken in 1935 to celebrate the move to the new house that Eli Jr. designed. Angie and I both wanted to be in the photo since Miracle was in it, and the 3 of us were all about the same age. So this has to be Miracle. Okay. We were told only the 5 pieces, which really didn't go over well, to say the least. Eventually, I suppose to stop the tantrums, they posed us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who was there with Aunt Gwendolyn. Found out years later that they never even took a second photo. Damn, that's fucked up. Who's this? Take pictures of all these people. Lauren's diary contains some labeled pictures. This is the next generation. Caption: an attempt to recapture the spirit of the 5 pieces photo with our generation. For old time's sake, we gathered on the warehouse floor. I wanted Eli to stand all the way on the left, since to me he looked a lot like Pop did in the old one. But I was outvoted by my brothers, so he didn't stand all the way on the left. They insisted the 4 of us stand together, so we clumped up in the middle and let everyone filter in behind and in front of us. So this has to be Lauren. And these are her brothers. And then everybody else is filtered in between. Is this Miracle? Fuck, I don't know. There's so many miracles. Grandma insisted we include Sam, even if we didn't want to. None of us understood why, including Sam. I also didn't think of it think it fair Miracle made it in, since he's technically a 5-piece. I guess my inner child still holds a grudge even after all these years. So this is Miracle. And I'm guessing this has to be Miracle Jr. No, she said Sam. The hell? Look, I'm so confused. Oh. Ah, I see. The below are notes and observations you made while skimming through Lauren Ritchie's diary, pages in A Life Between Wars. Lauren Ritchie is on the notable Ritchie's list in your evidence. You mark this chart with a star. The book was published in 1965 and consists of diary entries that stretch from 1940 to 1965. The most important event, that much of the diary and Lauren's thoughts revolve around, was the loss of her husband Jacob. Jacob died in the final moments of World War II while Lauren was pregnant. This left her to raise her son Clark alone. Lauren never remarried and only had one child. By skimming the pages of the diary, you glean the following information. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Her mother's family was called the Cossells, but she hardly ever mentions them. Okay, so she was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. So over here. Well, no, that's not entirely true. But her mother's family was called the Cossells, and her father was, who she always refers to as Pop, was the head lawyer for the Ritchie Candy Company and helped write a legal document called the Clance Trust. I think that's important. Clear from context that the Ritchies have internal shorthand names for the different generations of their family. Lauren uses them often. 5 pieces. Okay. That's big. Big. The free spirits. Okay. Lauren's father was in this generation. Okay. Okay. Entry titled Complaints from Lauren Ritchie's Diary, written in 1953. This entry seems to focus specifically on one of Lauren's family members, Gwyn, who is on the notable Ritchie's list. Seems everyone has something to complain about. Gwyn, as an only child, complained of loneliness. I told her that being expected to watch after 3 young brothers didn't feel like a blessing, but it fell on deaf ears. So... okay, so that is her. Has to be. During the summer where I went to stay with her and Aunt Margot, big. Is Margot in here? Oh, wait, no. I think she got... yeah, her mother's name was Ritchie, but her father took it or something? I forget, something like that. Okay. I hope she would be the sister I never had and that I'd do the same for her. I even tried to dye my hair blonde to fit in with the 2 of them. What a mess. Okay. Okay. So she had... aha, this is Aunt Margot. Got it. Boom. Has to be. She was something, I don't know. Okay, so they're both blonde. Cool. Figured that out. Get me back in here. Okay. Seems everyone has something. Okay. But what a mess. But she just complained. To her, I was the lucky cousin. Now she's off living the glamorous life, while I'm stuck here with Clark. I must admit, seeing her everywhere contributes to my unhappiness. Her visage stares at me even now from my coffee table. She gets to be in starlet and tell tales of how she gallavants around the world, kissing the likes of Harrison Lane and Wild Bill Williams. She's the first root tree woman to be anything other than a housewife, and I'm jealous. If I were not a single mother, could I make my own way in this world? A girl with all the luck in the world was jealous of me, and now, though I have been undoubtedly burdened by terrible tragedy, I am also lucky to be born into a family that can support me for eternity. I can raise a child without worry, unlike countless other widows. If any of them were to hear me complaining, they would rightfully scoff, just like I do at Gwyn. An entry entitled Dynasty from Lauren Rootree's diary, written in 1958, focuses on the day her grandfather Elias announced he would step down as president of the Roottree Candy Company, and the meeting to determine his successor. I wish I had been a fly on the wall today. Clancy told me that everyone got quite heated. Granddad was furious. None of his sons would take over as president, but that's what he gets for holding on to it so long. With architects, preachers, and lawyers, nobody's got time for candy. So with the 5 pieces refusing to step up, it came down to us next gens. Pop argued at length that the company should stay with our branch of the family since we still have the Roottree name. I'm not even sure Clancy would have wanted it. He's the one who volunteered that I ended up going to Zach. It ended up going to Zach. Okay. So Zach was the second president? Even though his surname doesn't match the candy, he's the firstborn son of the firstborn 5-piece. Okay. The siblings are in birth order, oldest to youngest. Okay. So this second president. Not sure how that's relevant to running a company, but Granddad has always had very particular views when it came to his bloodline. I asked Clancy if it ever came up that a woman could take over. After all, Angie's older than Zach, and I'm next oldest of us all, but he just laughed. I'll never forget the cuss words Pop used when he told Ma it wouldn't go to us. Mother, ever the quick-witted and least with catty remarks, countered back. Maybe they wanted it to go to the only member of the family who looks like he samples the product. Oh, so she's calling him fat. Oh, let's see who's fat in here. Or is it this one? Oh, it's him. It's gotta be him. Gotta be this guy. He's a little chunky, but not super chunky. Alright, an entry titled Sam from Lauren Rootree's diary in 1963 from a previous entry. You learn that Elias Roottree had given in to his wife and announced that Sam, an obscure relative, was to be included in family gatherings. Gwyneth had been pushing to include Sam for quite some time. Lauren writes, "Why Sam? I have many distant relatives I never met. After all, Granny had sisters and Granddad had a brother or two. But I was told, trim their branches from the family tree. So why is Sam special? Nothing adds up. And I'm not the only one to realize. Angie summoned all the next gens to a secret meeting in Zach's office. Gwyn's in Paris, but the rest of us, including Miracle Boys, spent ages trying to unravel the mystery. I didn't recognize Sam at Uncle Junior's wedding to Patsy last year. At the reception when I asked who Sam was, Pop shushed me and said it was complicated. Clancy swore he saw Sam working alongside the farmhands, E.C. and John, when he used to drive past the old Anderson farm on his way to work. Upon hearing that, Zach checked the records and managed to confirm all 3 are on the books. One of the final entries called Clark, from Lauren Richards' diary, written in 1964. Clark's getting married, and in my opinion, far too young. He's barely 18, for God's sake. And Danielle isn't much older. But openly confronting them would make me a hypocrite. After all, Jacob and I got married at 16. God damn. Clark, like the rest of his generation, is a free spirit. What else do you call a group of kids growing up with more money than any one person can spend? They all aspire to be musicians and artists and dancers and all sorts of nonsense. But the only one who has any discipline is Carl. It's because Pop forced Clancy to send him to the academy. I never took pictures of these guys. Whoops. Maybe I'm just getting old. But our generation was never so bad. My brothers all seemed to pursue paths of knowledge. And the most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere else south of Pennsylvania. Pop seems to have gotten over it, because Edward is set to take over his department once he retires. And as for me, my first published book, Swashbuckle My Heart, is based on the pirate stories I used to invent with Jacob when we were walking in the woods after school. I think he'd be proud that Clark and I are carrying on his name. Even my cousins are doing well. Zach's not a bad president after all, and his sister seems to be doing a good job raising her twins. Gwen is Gwen, but at least she came out of the divorce with her head held high. She even told us she might come home after next year. She might come home next year, so we can meet her kids. But the free spirits in any other family, they'd all end up on the streets. Even Clark. Damn. That's fucked up. Alright, so let's look up Miracle Jr. Let's do Miracle. Fuck. The hydrates. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. I had to purge the system, and the hydrates are catching up to me. And it's not a slow job. This music is kind of relaxing though. Like soothing, but also like kind of motivating me to find more clues. Alright, let's see. Miracle Jr. doesn't go by his full name in promotional materials. Instead, he has shortened it to Miracle Jr. Miracle Jr. is a televangelist who is part of the Miracle Network. He used to have a show that aired on local access across many stations in the northeastern United States. According to a website called Clergy Watch, he was exposed and subsequently charged with conspiracy to defraud the public in 1979 when he claimed to heal someone in a wheelchair. A news expose revealed that his wife Edith's sister in disguise. I can't read. The author also mentions that Edith had a bit of a checkered past herself, but doesn't clarify. He has since lost his television show and instead goes on tour across the southern United States, where he was not well known before the scandal. So let's just search that. They're mine. Let's do Miracle Future. Okay. Find a website for the Miracle Network, a production company run by the Miracle Rookery Estate. It's quite bare bones, but has the following blurb. Witness the testimonies of the Miracle's Rookery. Miracle Rookery arrived so late in his mother's life that doctors swore he wouldn't survive his first year. His mother and father, Elias and Gwyneth, named him Miracle, because they thought him impossible. He was younger than his brothers and sisters by over 14 years. Damn. With a birth that late, the final child of his generation was nearly torn apart by countless health problems. But still, with the power of God on his side, he persevered. He triumphed over these complications and even regained his sight to spread the healing word of the Almighty. 23 years later, Miracle Rookery Jr. arrived and became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. At 18, he unburdened himself from the Rookery name and took his father's testimony to a whole new level. Via the power of television, Miracle Jr. spread the gospel across the entirety of New England. He has since left the life of glamour and glitz behind to reach those places that need it most. The power of the Lord coming to a town near you. Below the blurb is a flyer about the tour, which is in your evidence. Okay. Donde está? That's Miracle Jr. Oh. Celebrate with your pastor, Miracle III, and his wife, Nicole. So this has to be Miracle Jr. Or not. Fuck, I don't know. So the youngest has to be over here, right? Get out of my way. So this has to be Miracle. Miracle. Ooh. But Miracle Jr. had a star, right? Yes, he did. Red herring. I see. Okay, so yeah, Miracle Jr. It's gotta be this guy. And then Miracle Third. Miracle Jr. Miracle Third. Did it say what he did? Became the famous family's second vessel for the higher power. What? So he was a, I'm guessing, pastor? Is that a thing? Preacher. Oh! Yes! Hell yeah. Booyah! Also a preacher. He's also a preacher, right? She was an actress, I think. Let's go. There's 3 more. Fuck yeah. Booyah. Oh? Oh, it's 6. Hell yeah.
You're on a roll. I'll try to
Yeah,
keep that
I am.
momentum going. Carl's office was a mess, thanks
Carl's
to some
office.
burst pipes.
Okay.
But I unearthed a photo from a 1970s root tree reunion.
Oh.
I also found some important-looking papers.
Mm-hmm.
You've traced 9 blood relatives so far.
Damn right I did.
I'll have more to share after you find 9 more.
Jesus. Right, girl. Alright, let's see. Who in the hell? Okay, 9 more. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Here's a bonus. When I pulled the water damage picture of the free spirits out of the frame, this fell out too. Written on the back of the photo is, couldn't make the reunion. Wishing you well from Paris. Gwen and the boys. So that's gotta be Gwen and her son? Question mark? Does she have multiple sons? This guy looks older. It's also gotta be Gwen, right? That's... right? So the 5 pieces. Okay, let's see. Vote for Stephanie Jones for City Council. Better for Butler County. This was buried under a ton of other mail that Carl left at his inbox. It had a handwritten note attached that seemed personal. It was a flyer about a candidate for local office, Stephanie Jones. On the back is an excerpt from a newspaper article from the Butler County Times about her campaign. Stephanie may have grown up in an unconventional family, to say the least, but in her words, it was still full of love. And now 22 years later, with a baby of her own due around Christmas, her message for voters is simply, love is our future. The handwritten note says, Carl, I know we don't see eye to eye when it comes to the candy company, but if you could talk to your girls about putting out a statement to support Stephanie, she could use the publicity your daughters bring. Don't let our conflict spread to the next generation. CM. Who's CM? I don't know. This photo was tucked inside an envelope with a letter beneath a candle in the corner of his office. The letter says, to Carl and Brenda. Sorry that you were unable to attend the funeral. It's traditional to have it as soon as possible. And Ernie, more than anyone else on Earth, knew how busy your job can be. I've enclosed a Shiva candle, identical to ours if you'd like to pay your respects, though it's not expected for those outside of the faith to do so. Ernie was a man full of love, not only for his family, but for his family's legacy. He had an immense amount of pride for the work you 3 did together, as well as how Carl has carried on for him after taking over. Okay. Interesting. And then another family photo with a bunch more people. Alright. Let's click on all these people's faces so we can use them later. Let's see. Alright. This photo has a note attached from your employer. Every 20 or so years, the Root Trees would hold a big reunion and recreate an old family photo. This is the one from the 70s, and Carl's the teenager in the middle. So this guy? Gotta be this guy. Sorry about the water damage and a pipe burst in Carl's office. On the back of the photo in childish print writing, it says, November. There are also a large number of cursive signatures. They include Bonnie, next President Guy Hudson, Ernie Jr., Carolyn, Gwyneth M., Gwendolyn, Miracle Jr., Jim Roottree, Clark, Carl, and Eli M. Okay, so this is Carl, right? Carl is the father of the sisters. Carl. He was the president, right? The 5th? Gotta be Brenda, right? Alright, we got a lot to fucking go on. Jeez. Alright, Clark. There's a lot of shit that comes out of this. Let's see. Let's just look up Clark. Clark Roottree. Oh fuck. That didn't work. Carl Roottree. Carl, Brenda. Alright. Oh, there was a press release. Okay. Entire refuge family is in shock and requesting privacy at this time. His grandfather. So, well, I guess it is his great grandfather. His dad. This is granddad. Okay. Had to have been Elias Jr., right? Fuck, I don't know. Jim Roottree, Lauren Roottree. So Lauren is on this level. Fuck. Client's trust. Clancy Edward Roottree, okay, who was Elias's son and the Roottree Canning Company's head lawyer at the time. Due to its unique nature, it's often brought up in online discussions about financial matters. Inheritance as an oddity. Company mandates that a fixed percentage of its profits are split every quarter amongst bank accounts, representing each direct relative of Elias and Gwyneth. An account is created for each blood relative at birth and first accessible when they reach 18. The actual numbers have never fully been disclosed to the public, but due to the ever-increasing success of the company, it is a significant amount of money. So there have been a few situations in which family members have tried to forcibly remove another member from the trust. Most details online are pretty vague since the matters are handled internally. The only information you discover is from a university law school, which apparently had a guest lecturer talk about the root trees versus RR in 1994. While looking into the clan's trust, you often find mentions to the 5-piece guarantee, which went into effect at the same time. Let's see what that is. 5-piece guarantee in combination with the clan's trust was Alliance Rootree's attempt to ensure that the Roottree Candy Company would remain in family business for eternity. In isolation, it is somewhat baffling. The yearly salary of Roottree's president is always locked to the price of a single pack of 5 pieces. When the 5-piece guarantee went into effect, this was 25 cents a year. Now it's closer to $4. Combined with the clan's trust, however, it makes it a bit more sense. Elias wanted to ensure that only his direct relatives could afford to be president, and he knew that because their passive income was tied to the profits of the company, they would have a vested interest in keeping the company as profitable and successful as possible. Whether or not this was a smart or successful decision is widely debated both online and in person by economics enthusiasts of all levels of expertise. Okay. So this is Lauren, this is Jacob. Jacob died in World War II, okay. And she had a son named Clark. Lauren never remarried and only had one child. It's gotta be... It's gotta be here, I think. Lauren... Here. Lauren... Jacob. What did she say she did? By skimming the page of the diary, you glean the information. She was the granddaughter of Elias and Gwyneth on her father's side. Okay, so this has to be a dude. Gotta be it. Okay. It's gotta be Clancy, right? Oh, fuck. I don't know what Clancy looked like. Shit. Did the Clancy dress today? Okay. Okay, so this is all right. He is the lawyer. Okay, and she had 4 brothers, I think. Or 3 brothers, rather. I don't know. Ooh, let's go here. It's gotta be Jim Roottree, right? Did I already look at Jim? Oh, it was the guy. Yeah, okay. This has to be James. Yup. Diamond LaRue. They're a musician. Yeah. Or did they split up? Fuck, I don't remember. Yeah, she had a daughter. Or not a daughter, a son. Clark. Okay. Ah. Oh, dude. It scared me so bad. That was maybe for real life. Fuck. Just trying to figure this shit out. Oh, man. Okay. So, this has to be Miracle. Yes. This... I think you figured this out. This is Margolite. Pants check. Yeah, freaking for real. Eventually, supposed to stop the tantrums, they pose us in front of the camera with Mr. Morden, who's there with Aunt Gwendolyn. One of these has to be Aunt Gwen. She's probably Aunt Gwendolyn. She can't be there. Fuck. Okay, so her dad is on the left. Okay. Boom. Let's go. That's 3 more? Oh shit. Okay. Oh? 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 Let's go. Hell yeah. Okay. We're getting a lot of shit right now. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so... Okay, she didn't have an occupation in there. Okay, so... That's correct for sure. Okay, so that's her dad. Who's his dad? Book. Need 3 more correct blood relatives before they will lock in. Okay. Okay, so this is the, okay, not the 5 pieces, but the next generation. Okay, so this is Lauren. Oh, shit. Same thing. But what did she do? I don't think I ever said what she did. When would 2 go to make an appearance with Gwyn? So this has to be Miracle, right? This is Miracle Jr., I think. Who's Sam? Nobody knows who Sam is. Okay. Pop. Okay, the free spirits, including her son. Okay. Let us see. I think this is the free spirits. Okay. That's gotta be Miracle Jr. Eli. As in the Manning? Who is that? Interesting. Okay, so her son Clark and Danielle. Jacob and I, okay. It's Carl. Oh, so this has to be... Is there a Clancy Jr.? Yup. Alright. The most rebellious thing any of us ever did was bring home someone who would be illegal to marry if we lived anywhere south of Pennsylvania. That leads me to believe one of these people married a spouse of a different race, which would be illegal south of Pennsylvania in like the 40s, I think, which is like, it's not that segregation is the, so. Oh, wait. I think that's where this comes in, I think. Somewhere on that line. So like here, maybe? No, that doesn't make any sense. Well, I don't know. Let's see. Should be able to find out what she did for work, right? Okay, so nobody from Five Pieces want to be the second. Firstborn son of the firstborn Five Piece is Zach. So this has to be Zach. Ooh. Oh? Morden. Fuck. What the hell? No. Fuck. This isn't the second. This is the second president. Right? Should be this guy. This is Aunt Gwendolyn, I think. I don't know if it says who. Oh, Angie's older than Zach. Huh? Okay, so that's not right. How do I delete that? Okay. Okay, Angelica. She's next oldest of us all. Okay. Okay. so Gwendolyn's there. That means this guy has to be. Gotta be Lights Jr. And we don't know what the hell he did. But if. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah, yeah. Sam. Uncle Junior's wedding. Patsy. Okay. Where the hell Patsy is? Wait. This guy. Patsy. Fuck. There's no Patsy. Shit. Okay. Patsy Suarez outside. Okay. This one. Sister. Doing a good job raising twins? Okay. Weird. What the hell is this? Oh, okay. Okay, gotta pee again. Be right back. I'll leave it with some music though, don't worry. I just realized that maybe that kind of music isn't compatible with the game that we're playing. Whatever. It don't matter. Alright, let's see. What the hell do I still need to do? Alright, so I gotta get fucking Lauren Root Tree out of here. Root Tree. Oh, she was an author. Fucking idiot. Okay. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Alright, so this is... It's gonna be Zach. Still don't know who these people are. This might be Sam? Maybe? Miracle Jr. Hmm. This is the Free Spirits. Okay. Hmm. Watchman of the Year. Okay. root tree. Grabs life by the roots. Alright. Weird. But okay. Okay. Right, and this is the original guy. Lance Root voted Watchman of the Year by Business Launch in 1936, and a painting of him appears on the cover. The magazine says he was voted Watchman of the Year specifically to recognize the global rollout of 5 pieces. 1908, Elias forms the company, the Root Tree Candy Company, after marrying his wife, who inherited a maple farm. Elias had a daughter, the first of 5 children. Okay, 4 more to follow. Okay, so this is right. Except that she's not the second president. None of them wanted to be the president. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 5 pieces. New recipe. Elias Richard Jr. Architecture. Okay. Architect. Hell yeah. Let's go. We got 3 more. Oh, fuck yeah. Booyah.
You're listening to WRTG.
It's time for your headlines.
Okay.
Once an hour, every hour, on the 45. It's a bizarre development to an already tragic tale.
Oh no.
In the wake of the accident that took his life, some of Carl Roottree's belongings have apparently gone missing. Most notably, a framed photo of the Roottree family in the mid-1970s that Carl had on his office wall. We interviewed a local psychologist about who would do such a thing and why. For that article, search online for WRTD News.
I may or may not have that in my possession right now.
WRTD.
Fuck. Whoops. Okay. WRTD. Okay. Let's do it then. Oh, word to it. Is your local investigative jazz radio station. During the news segments at 45 minutes on the hour, they've been talking about the plane crash. Most recent hour, they talked about a picture taken from Carl's office after the plane crash and promised an interview online with a psychologist. During the interview, it was revealed there wasn't a break-in. Instead, someone with the key to the office took the picture after discovering the pipes burst due to the recent storm. This means it was likely someone close to the family who was aware of the photo's history and wanted to save it. The psychologist, however, also goes on to posit the culprit had an alternate agenda, specifically because nobody in the family has come forward to say they have it in their possession. Comment below the article says, "Don't believe their lies." This is just another instance of the Roottree curse being a real true thing. I bet you Carl was murdered and the picture had evidence on it. Oh no. There's a long rambling conspiracy website with very small, very red text on a black background that says the root trees are cursed. It has been very recently updated with the following. Important update. With Carl and Brenda and their girls, that makes 5 new deaths. Not only that, but 3 of the 5 presidents of the Root Tree Company have died mysteriously. They said Guy's car was hit by a drunk driver in 1982, but nobody was arrested. And then Ernie Madsen Jr. stepped down. Was he poisoned? Now, just this week, Carl died in a plane crash. This cannot be a coincidence. There's another entry that claims if you connect the dots in the pattern of the 5 pieces wrapper, it creates a Mayan ruby skull. A secret message meant to subliminally scare people away. The post before that has a link to a site that talks about how Earth has 4-corner simultaneous 4-day time cubes. What the hell? What are we talking about? The author of this site seems to agree. A message from a few months ago claims that the owner of this site received an email from Chris Raff75 at Prodigy.us asking him to take down his site with faked proof that Ernie Madsen Jr. actually had a heart condition and wasn't poisoned. The owner claims that although the proof looks quite credible, he knows that the proof was fake because he's an expert at creating fake evidence. What? The first entry is from 1996 and has a blurry picture of the Root Tree Candy Company factory. Seemingly taken by the website's author from behind a fence and through some trees. It seems that Operation RT-29 is real. I witnessed a helicopter land on February 29, 1996. All images and ideas by Thomas Overwood. Okay. Operation RT-29. Okay. The proof is that Root Tree candies contain polyglycerol, polyresinolate, an ingredient of the candy that wasn't there when it first released. It claimed it is added in an attempt to addict people and eventually induce mind control. The website claims to sell pills that counteract this effect for children that have already eaten Root Tree candy in the past. You do an additional search for polyglycerol, polyresinolate, and it seems to be an emulsifier in chocolates approved by the FDA and widely used across many products. Alright. All these crazy people out here. Alright, I think that might be a good stopping point for today. Made a lot of progress. Locked in a lot of names. Found a lot of people. Saw this guy. Found the kid with the eye patch. And his preacher son's grandson. But I think that's gonna be it for today. I appreciate you guys coming out. For anybody that stopped and hung out for a little bit or was just lurking, I appreciate you. I most likely will not stream this week until next Saturday, probably. But I do appreciate the people that come back and say hi, even if it's just one message or whatever. Appreciate you. Any bit helps keep me going, and I appreciate everyone that comes by. With that being said, I hope everyone has a great rest of the day. And also a great rest of the week. Alright. Bye-bye.